Lust. Well, Jesus got to the heart of the matter when it comes to lust. If what you want is more important than following Jesus, that's the real problem. Jesus said, don't lust. Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 5:27 through 29 from our Bible plan at bible.today.church. But we'll be reading through verse 30 today for a little bit more context. Beginning in verse 27 of Matthew 5 in the New Living Translation, Jesus said, "You have heard the commandment that says, you must not commit adultery. But I say, anyone who even looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So if your eye, even your good eye, causes you to lust, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell." Now, unpacking this a little bit before we go on, what was Jesus talking about? Well, let's read some context here. Matthew 5:17 through 19. Jesus said, "Don't misunderstand why I have come. I did not come to abolish the law of Moses or the writings of the prophets. No, I came to accomplish their purpose. I tell you the truth, until heaven and earth disappear, not even the smallest detail of God's law will disappear until its purpose is achieved. So if you ignore the least commandment and teach others to do the same, you will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But anyone who obeys God's laws and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven." Now, this is so much more than a checklist. When Jesus was talking about the relationship of the law to the heart, in many cases, he wasn't doing away with the rules. He said he didn't come to abolish them, but he came to fill them up, to make them more complete, to get to the heart of the matter. Now, when we talk about lust in our culture, there's going to be a checklist of the kinds of sexuality that are not permitted. But this was so much more than a checklist of the types of sins. This was a heart check. Jesus got to the heart of the matter. Lust is the problem, not just sex. Now, the definition of lust is to covet, to seek after those things that are forbidden. And we're told in our culture today that our feelings and desires are our identity. But actually, our feelings and our desires are not who we are. They are temporary. Society has it upside down, saying that what we want is most important. But Jesus revealed that denying ourselves is how we experience our real identity, who we were created to be, like Jesus, his righteousness, not ours. And then, he makes a pretty extreme point here. He's saying if your right eye causes your lust, rip it out. Well, the right eye in this cultural context was your good eye, your strength, your generosity. But we're told to try to stay as far away from sin as we can. Even in the Lord's Prayer in Matthew 6, lead us not into temptation. It's not how close to the line you can get. It's how far away from sin that you can get. When Jesus said, don't lust, it's not just about a checklist. It's about the heart of the matter. Are we denying ourselves, or are we only seeking after our own desires? Romans 14:16 says, "Therefore, do not let your good be spoken of as evil." And I believe that's reminding us that we need to just stay as far away from sin as we can, as far away from our fleshly desires that are not like Christ as we possibly can. It's not just about checking off the big list, but where is our heart? And how can we stay away from sin? Lead us not into temptation. Jesus said, don't lust. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really does mean a lot. If you like it, if you share it, if you comment, good morning, Rita. It's good to see you here. I really appreciate everyone that supports and tags me and shares this. I hope that you have an amazing day. And I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.